My name is Mallory Miller, and I'll be presenting Distance Education Software Part 1 for INSC 585 Information Technologies. The current technologies on the market, there's a vast number of them. This is definitely a growing field. We have Cisco WebEx, Adobe Connect, Saba Classroom, Fuse Meeting, VU, GoToWebinar, Blackboard Collaborate, Canvas, Coursera, FaceTime, iTunes U, Skype, and of course Google Plus Hangouts. Some of these are more corporate and they do cost money. Others like FaceTime or Skype, Google Hangout, those are things that we're all familiar with. They're all free on the market and can easily be used for the classroom and for learning for distance education. I chose 3 to talk about here with you. The first one is Adobe Connect. Here is a shot of what that looks like. As you can see, it's very similar to what we're used to with Blackboard Collaborate. This is a PowerPoint that I've imported. It's one that me and Amanda did for our Asian American genre clinic in another class. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see the chat feature. It's very similar to what we're used to. You have your webcam up at the top, your participants, your chat box, and then a way to actually change your font, something that we're not used to. Over here on the right, you can change your layout. The one that I've chosen is the classroom. That's the most similar to the Blackboard Collaborate. You can also choose a few other options down there. They also have your audio video controls up there at the top. You can change, of course, your voice, your mic, if you want your webcam on, and you can also raise your hand, do that type of thing. One thing that I did notice is that Adobe Connect does not have like the emojis and that type of thing when it comes to participating in class. You can also do a share screen, app, or window. This is a little clip of that. You can share your entire desktop to have your students or the people who are participating with you look exactly at what you're looking at. You can also share application or just the windows from your computer. I found that this ran a lot more smoothly than Blackboard Collaborate. I was not getting kicked out like I do a lot with Blackboard Collaborate. It was a very smooth running as far as the application sharing, and of course I had downloaded the 30-day free trial, and to me it seemed like a much better software. As far as the cost, it is a lot more expensive. For institutions, you do have to email the Adobe Connect software people and have them come up with a price quota for you. However, for a smaller institution, you can pay by the individual. You can pay, they have an annual plan. It's $45 a month per host. They have a monthly plan. It's $55 a month per host, or you can pay per use. So if you only need it for one meeting, you can, spend the 32 cents per minute per user. So it can get a little bit pricey if you're having a long meeting. Like I said, the pricing for large schools and institutions is quoted by Adobe directly from the online boards and through the individual cost. I would say it would be around $50,000 a year for a large school like ours, and of course that is estimated. I did not email Adobe to find out exactly, but it is a pretty expensive software. The next one is Blackboard Collaborate. This is just a little clip from one of our classes. As you can see, it's very similar, maybe a little bit more simple than Adobe Connect. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about all the different features in it because it's something that we're all used to. As far as the cost, the price for institutions is also negotiable. They don't have an individual use for this one, but from some blog posts and forums, I've gathered it's around $15,000 for institutions. This is a lot less than Adobe Connect, but because of that, you also see more of the crashing. It's not quite as smooth, I would say, as Adobe Connect is. The third option that I'm going to talk about is Canvas. Canvas is it's an open source software. It's more like Learn. It does not have the video streaming collaborate option. But it's really neat, and for an open source program, it is very smooth, it's very clean looking, it's very easy to use, and of course it is free. So here is, I downloaded the 30-day free trial or the 14-day option of Canvas. And as you can see over here on the right, you have a drag and drop calendar. This calendar is really neat, especially if you're a Mac user. This is very, very similar to the Mac calendar that that I personally use for all my bills and that type of thing. Over here on the left, you see your assignments, your quizzes, your discussions, your grades. For the assignments, you can see what is overdue, what your upcoming assignments are, and you can work at them seeing your grades so far. It's a really neat program. I think it's actually as smooth, if not smoother, than the Blackboard Learn option that we currently use. Since it is open source, they don't develop any of their own sort of applications. What they do is they integrate ones that we are already used to. So what they do, they call it the App Center. They use things like Google Docs, YouTube, other options such as that Google Hangouts to, rather than developing their own software to stream, they use things that are already out there, things that are already perfected. Here's a short video on the Canvas App Center. I thought that it was really neat. And as well, here is a link to all of the apps that they support. So that's my presentation, and after you guys get done watching this video, just give us a big thumbs up and I'll pass it on to Frederick.